Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. I'm your host, Paul Jasson. We are downtown again at the nice spacious lobby of Fairfield Federal. I want to appreciate Mary and Matt and everybody always so gracious to us. They kind of let us take over a corner here once every Tuesday morning for a couple of hours. We appreciate that very much. Kind of got it all as we approach Memorial Day weekend coming up. Pretty exciting time. It's just always a great time in the country for the United States, and Memorial Day, it's a truly American holiday. We'll be celebrating it. It goes all weekend, but this year we're celebrating it on Monday. That's actually Memorial Day. And if it's Memorial Day, that means we have the parade on whatever day Memorial Day is. We'll talk about that too, about why that occurs that way and who started that here. But it's a good parade to have, and we're proud to talk about it here. We've got the gentleman that hands it up here and works on it and gets things organized, probably still working on it and still organizing it, as we've got pretty much less than a week to go. Doug Kemp. Doug, welcome.
Thank you.
Things getting done. We got less than a week to go. I know you've been working hard on this.
Yes.
We'll mention this. Doug has been involved in this for, a long time.
Yeah, 21 years.
21 years, and always kind of been the cohort of Mary Austin, who kind of got this back on its feet, and Doug was a real part of that. Those two kind of took over and got this done. But Mary has had some health challenges in her family, had to drop out this year. We hope she'll be back for Veterans Day in November, but we'll see about that. So we hope everything is going on with that. But Mary is unable to be with us. Doug graciously stepped in and said, I'll take that over. We thank you for that. You're a veteran, a Marine.
Yes, sir.
We won't hold that against you. Being an Army guy, we won't hold it. We love the Marines.
Well, I took a step down and joined the National Guard after the Marine Corps.
Step down, nice. Very good. It sounds like a Marine. You can always spot a Marine. That's nice. I like that. Things start, 10 o'clock for you?
9:30, 10 is when they start lining up.
Okay.
And get ready to go to Forest Road Cemetery.
And this is always so nice down there because what a great atmosphere.
Yes.
To celebrate and remember the people that have come before us, people that we stand on their shoulders, the veterans.
Right.
Do that, and we really honor those people.
Yeah, there's that big monument right behind us from the Rainbow Division from World War I.
Mm-hmm.
All those guys from Lancaster that fought over there.
Well, we've got a good history here in Fairfield County, a Purple Heart city, as you know that. We're involved in that too. So at 11 o'clock, it actually starts at Forest Rose. You can count on that. But then the parade, and where does it start and what time?
It starts at the intersection of Mulberry and Columbus Street at 10:30.
Is that the Dr. Tenz's office right
there?
Yes.
They go straight up Columbus Street to Forest Road Cemetery, and we'll start the ceremony there at 11. And following the ceremony there, no actual procession, but we all proceed downtown to lay the wreath.
And this year it is veteran VFW 1380.
Correct.
Because I know that rotates around every year. They'll be doing the wreath laying ceremony. And one of the things that is always so nice is, and it's a very somber occasion too, we recognize all the service organizations, of which there are, when you start to name them, we have a lot here in Lancaster and Fairfield County, and they all get up and they read the names of any of their persons, men and women, who have passed in the past year, and these are veterans who have passed, and it's just a nice recognition. And you represent who? The Marine Corps League?
Yep.
The Burial Detail? And that's your only two?
Yep.
Okay, very good. And we want to recognize, too, the Burial Detail. And anybody that's ever gone to a cemetery where a veteran is being honored. You guys do great work over there. I mean, sometimes 2 and 3 a day,
Yes.
and probably just getting busier all the time.
Yes.
Yeah,
We just did 2 Saturday.
yeah. 2 in 1 day, and
Yeah.
that's not uncommon anymore. The way
Yep.
a lot of World War II guys are certainly up there, and now the Vietnam guys are
Yep.
getting to be that age too, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the big parade going downtown, and this year I think you told me you got somebody new, some
Yes.
new organization, if that's possible.
Well, they've been around for a while, but and it's actually their veterans that started this, Memorial Day. The sons of the veterans of the Union Civil War veterans, and it's William McKinley Camp 21 right here in Lancaster. So they are going to join the parade this year and start Veterans Day and all of them with us. So they're the ones that are in charge of the cannon that is downtown. They own that, and so
Move it around. I think
Yeah.
last week we talked about it'll be at that Community Days
Yes.
event going on a couple weeks before Veterans Day. It'll be going on down there, so they'll be involved in that. But a very important part of history, obviously, with General Sherman, with Thomas Ewing, a lot of important people here to talk about there. And one thing we want to mention about the parade too, and Mary always emphasized that, is anybody can be in the parade if you're a veteran.
Yes.
Those still the rules?
yes,
Got to be a veteran, and you can ride or you can walk, whatever. There's room to ride if
Yes.
you need that.
yep. All the organizations usually have plenty of room on their floats, and they're happy for new people, and they're not going to put a membership application in front of you. They're just the camaraderie between the veterans and observing the day.
Well, it's always a wonderful day, and then generally after the Memorial Day celebration, and they usually try to keep it to, I would say 45 minutes would be long. It's probably a little bit less than that, but 35, 40 minutes is probably the extent of the actual program at 11 o'clock down at Forest Row Cemetery. But then a lot of the organizations, they actually open their doors and put on a meal.
Yes,
And that's a nice thing to
Yes, it
have
is.
done. Yeah, good for them. Have you talked to Mary during all this time? Is she doing okay?
yes. We converse regularly. So
And we were talking about the parade. A couple other things I wanted to mention. We want to mention the Band of Gold. They're always involved. Unless it's a Sunday, the Band of Gold is always with us. This will be on a Monday coming up, this coming Monday, actually, from the time you're watching this. It'll be on the 26th downtown. And then we've got the Band of Gold. And one of the things I always look forward to is the Gettysburg Address. It used to be Shannon, and used to be Shannon Graff. And she's done this for so many years. She always stands up and, by memory, recites the Gettysburg Address. Well, she's been doing this so long that eventually her daughter Lucy started joining her, and they kind of shared that. And then Lucy has done more and more each year. She's gotten involved, and now Shannon's youngest daughter Willow will be involved this year, and they're going to do that. So they're like you; they've been doing this a long time.
it's no longer Shannon Graff, it's Fish.
It's Shannon Fish, yeah. Original, so it's changed names and gained 2 children.
Yes.
So it's Shannon, Lucy, and Willow Fish will be doing that. And then I think maybe it's Lucy is going to help us do the national anthem too. She's going to help lead that. So we're great there. So combined burial veteran squad will be with us. The Band of Gold, all the veterans organizations, and they're all recognized, and they read off their brethren who have passed in the past year. Thanks for what you do
Yes.
to get this going. Anything else you wanted to hit?
Well, it wouldn't be a parade without the band, and these kids are actually here after the end of the school year.
Yeah.
So they come back to do this for us.
Yeah.
So,
Ben Factor and the Lancaster Band of Gold,
Yep.
always very appreciated, and they always bring a nice group of people with them too.
yep, and most of them are veterans. We get a lot of help from the Lancaster Police Department, blocking the streets off.
Yeah, and the cemetery
leading-
department helps
Yes.
out down there. Yeah.
And hopefully the mayor will be here this year for the proclamation. He, of course, is a Marine veteran.
Yep.
So
I think he will. I think I've already checked with him, and he'll
Yeah.
be here on that. So it's coming up this Monday, the 26th. Starts at 10 o'clock down to Dr. Tenz's office. What's that, Mulberry in Columbus?
yes,
And that's steps out at what time?
10:30.
10:30. Steps out at 10:30. They'll be forming before the 11 o'clock is the program at Forest Rose Cemetery. Doug will be there with that. Doug Kemp with us, who heads this up. Going to be another great, memorable day, and as it should be, honoring
Yes.
veterans. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Sure. Thanks for your service.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for your service.
I appreciate that. We'll be back on Fairfield Today in just a moment.
If you've been thinking about getting a home loan, now is the time. Hi, this is Carrie James from Fairfield Federal. Our experienced lenders are here to help you make your vision a reality. For more than 125 years, we've been helping our community achieve homeownership. Fairfield Federal has convenient online application for your home loan, home equity loan, and home equity line of credit needs. Visit fairfieldfederal.com to get started. Fairfield Federal for checking, savings, and home loans. Data charges may apply, subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402612.
The reason why I do what I do is I love helping people, and I really love to work on understanding and striving to improve the lives of the people in our community. Being in Fairfield County is having a network of people around you.
I am driven by my belief that every individual deserves an opportunity to achieve mental and emotional balance, and I'm very passionate about contributing to that process.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
What makes Fairhope what it is our staff. It's always a question that we ask, why do you want to be here with us? And what they most always say is, you've touched my life this way. You know, you took care of this person, or I've seen what you've done and I want to do that. And so the staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
Fairfield Medical Center is more than a hospital. We're a health system that's been putting people first for more than a century. From the youngest patients to the eldest, our compassionate team of caregivers are here to support you through every season of life. We are healers, cheerleaders, patient advocates, and champions. Your health is our greatest accomplishment, and we are proud to serve you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
Did you know Fairfield DD provides coordination for over 1,200 people in Fairfield County? That's 1,200 unique journeys, each filled with talents, dreams, and challenges. And while no two paths are the same, one thing is true for everyone. Life is easier when you have the right support. That's why we're here. From early childhood milestones to school transitions, employment, and adulthood, Fairfield DD connects individuals and families with the resources they need every step of the way. When the right support is available, a vibrant community where people lead lives of greater independence and make meaningful contributions becomes possible. Learn more at fairfielddd.com and check us out on social media. Together, we're building a more inclusive Fairfield County.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Welcome back to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasmine with you. Sure want to thank Doug Kemp being in and talking about the really eventful moment of the Memorial Day parade coming up next Monday. It's always a wonderful event, 11 o'clock down at Forest Rose Cemetery. I hope you can join us for that. So we appreciate Doug talking about it. And on this show, we always try to make it kind of a military-oriented show to talk about military things, and it's usually an opportunity to get the director of the Veteran Service Commission here in Fairfield County. And we've got a new one, so we've got a new person to talk to here, Justin Messenger. Justin, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Sure. Always, for years now, we've always had Park Russell come in and sit in his chair, and Park recently retired.
He did.
You were his assistant for several years?
Yes.
Yep. And you've taken over as director now. How has that been? Learning curve on this a little bit now that the ball drops where you are?
I think there's always a transition period. So.
Yeah. But you've done it long enough to know.
Bills are getting paid. We're good.
I think it's important to mention about the Veteran Service Commission. Now, you're currently out at, what's that called, the Greenfield Township little strip mall out there by the airport?
The shopping plaza, Greenfield Township Shopping
Kind of
Plaza.
right in the middle of that a little bit. Got a nice location right there. And I think it's worth mentioning that I was out there recently doing just a couple military things out there on my own. And I was talking to Les out there, who is your assistant, and he mentioned to me, and I think it's worth discussing here, that you're actually planning a move.
We are. Around August, September, we should be moving out on Sheridan Drive near the health department.
Oh, they've got that big doc offices and health department's way on the end there, and then goes down close to the Dollar General down in that end right there. So
Yep.
You'll be out there somewhere?
Yes, we will.
And that'll be in the fall?
Yep.
Okay, well, very good. Probably the county's involved in the building there, so it makes sense to have you in that building out there.
It's their
Sure.
building now, yep.
And I think it's important to recognize, now this is the Veteran Service Commission. This is not the VA, so I think it's important to know some things you do and some things you don't do. And we'll talk about things that you do. And I know this was always an issue with Park, is his biggest challenge always seemed to be, and I suspect it's your biggest challenge, is just getting the word out there to the local veterans on things that are available to them.
Yes, there are a lot of VA benefits, whether it's VA healthcare, claims, pensions, even if you just want to request your DD 214. A big one is DIC. There are so many widows out there that we know have not applied for benefits under DIC because of the number of veterans that were 100% service connected, that have passed away, that were married at the time they passed, and they just haven't, the widows haven't come in to apply for those benefits. We're not seeing the numbers add up properly. So I know they're out there, I just need them to come to the office.
Yeah. And what's if they want to look, I know you've got a good website with a lot of this information on there. What's the website they can look this up?
Our website is fcvsc.org.
And it's a good website, got tons of stuff on there, kind of all the things we'll talk about today and much more. But that's on there, and it's got all this information. It's what are the hours out there that you're actually open?
We're open Monday through Friday from 8 to 4.
Okay, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and they're out at that Greenfield Township strip mall out there, right where you would turn into the airport. They're right there in a big storefront. You can see them right there.
Yep, the address is 3044 Columbus Lancaster Road, Northwest, Lancaster, Ohio.
Okay, just go up 33, you'll see them right there. They're right on the right. You can't miss them. We talked about, as a Vietnam era veteran, which I am, the big deal has always been, at least in my adult life, post-military, has always been Agent Orange. That's what we've always talked about, and it just keeps gaining steam. There's more and more people getting involved in that. But the thing now that you hear about with all the newer veterans making all the Mideast tours and doing things like that, the big thing now is the burn pits.
Yes, the PACT Act in general.
Yeah, PACT Act. So let's talk a little bit about that. That's been around a while, right?
A couple years now. So what we really want veterans to do is just come into the office. We can look at what benefits you're eligible for. We can help you file claims. The PACT Act granted a ton of presumptives, whether it's burn pit. It did post 2 new presumptives for Vietnam. So there's a lot of benefit possibilities there, depending on what individuals are diagnosed with, because that's another thing that it comes down to. You have to have a diagnosis for the condition you're filing for. If you don't, the VA is likely to deny it because they don't diagnose at CMP exams, and that's a large point of confusion for people. Because they think, well, I was exposed to Agent Orange, so I should be able to file on Agent Orange. And the reality of the situation, you have to have a condition that was caused by Agent Orange.
Mm-hmm. And that's some of the confusion.
Yes.
Yeah, so just get in. And as always, the way to do it is if you need to call them up and talk about it and try to pre-screen some of that, but just go in and chat about it, and you guys can make that determination right there.
Right, 100%. And if you want to call us, our phone number is 740-652-7920. We will talk to you on the phone if you don't want to come in, or let's say that you're not able to come in, you're in a wheelchair, you can't get around very easily anymore. We will talk to you, and as long as you know your basic military information, we can kind of give you some answers. And if we need to mail out some applications to you, you can mail them back to us and we'll submit them for you.
And one of the things, we'll go back to that DIC because I wanted to hit that up again because that's worth noting to help out perhaps veterans' spouses who are still living and can get some benefits. But one of the things that I know you folks do when you talk about just a multitude of services that you folks do out there, and you do great work. One of them is, as we head into Memorial Day right here, you have the markers and the flags for cemeteries.
Yes. So all of the posts get a letter mailed out to them, and they're allowed to come pick up the flags that they pre-order. So we order all of that. It's pre-ordered, and when we get all of the flags in, we let the post know, and then they come and pick them up.
And that's an important thing because and my father has one of these, and that's why I was out there dealing with that. It seemed like the cemeteries oftentimes mow these things down. You have one, and then you go back the next time, and it's not there anymore. It's gotten destroyed, or it used to be they were brass, and I think people started taking stuff like that. It's probably a never-ending.
There's always going to be something, but lawnmowers chew them up regularly.
Yeah, and they put them right where they need to be at the head of the grave. But things happen. But these are the folks out at the Veteran Service Commission who can help you with that. So that's just, again, they do so many different things. Go to their website. We'll hit that again, and I know Shane will put it on the screen there. You can read that. Go to their website. They'll just all the things they can do. But just if you have any question, just give them a call. But let's go back to this DIC thing again. That's something that's out there. That's for veterans, widows or widowers. It could be either way, men or women that are still alive that have a service-related veteran and that person's passed.
Correct. So if the veteran passed away from a service-connected condition, or the veteran was 100% rated for 10 years before death, the surviving spouse would be eligible for those benefits. So any surviving spouses that think they may be eligible for that benefit should definitely come in the office, because I know that is one of the groups that we are currently missing. I have focused on marketing and target advertising, trying to focus on that group, and it's still not bringing them in.
Yeah. So that's always, and again, it was the challenge with Park ahead of you, and now my guest is Justin Messenger. Justin is the director of the Veteran Service Commission, the one out on 33 out by the Greenfield Township out there, and just the new director, just well into that. And but that always seems to be the challenge that y'all go through. You're a county agency.
Yes.
It's funded by the county. They have the funds to help. They just are looking to. You don't see that very often, where so often you'll see somebody that we need help, but we can't get the funds. Well, here's an organization that if you qualify for that, you've got the funds that you can help people.
And so does the VA.
Yeah. So you work hand in hand with them pretty closely?
So every benefit we file for is VA benefit. Whether it's health care, claims, pensions, those are all VA benefits. In-house, we do have a financial assistance program. If there's an emergency need, we help with that as well. So there's tons of benefits. We just need people to come in.
So I guess that's always the challenge then, is to try to get people connected to you, either by phone or online, and then the phone number's on there. You can, and that's obviously the easiest way if you have access to online things. Just they have a great website out there to look up things and find out information and see what's going on, and then just give your office a call. I guess that'd be the best way. Just chat it out a little bit.
Just reach out to us and we'll see what we can do.
Okay. So Memorial Day coming up here. It's a big time. Are you guys busier around a holiday like this? Probably with flags and things like that.
Actually, the nicer it gets, when it starts to get nice out at first, we kind of slow down a little bit.
Really?
On bad weather days, though, we'll pick up again.
Well, you guys do good work out there, and it's always a pleasure to talk to you and to talk to your office there, and the things you're involved in. I guess we would just like to try to tell our viewers that just give them a call. Just give them a call. So again, what's the phone number?
740-652-7920.
And I know Shane will put that up, and one more time on the website.
fcvsc.org.
And again, they're out there in the Greenfield Township. The address was
3044 Columbus Lancaster Road, Northwest, Lancaster, Ohio.
It's worth your time. If you think you have any questions about this, just get them answered. Don't let them hang over you. Just find out. So we appreciate your coming on, Justin. Good luck in your directorship. You're going to do great work out there. Again, it's a county organization, just like the auditor or the treasurer. They're funded by the county. There's 88 of you guys around, right? Every county has one?
Every county in the state of Ohio has a Veteran Service Commission. That is correct.
And we want to get this one active. They want to help you. They want to talk to you and get involved. So I hope people just start flocking to your phones and come out and see you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Sure. Justin Messenger with the Veteran Service Commission. Look them up. They're a great group. If you have any veterans questions, start with them. They'd be glad to help you. We'd like to thank all our veterans, like Doug with us today, Justin with us on this Memorial Day show that we got going on. We appreciate your joining us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.